we go.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to our Sunday Live, and happy early Canada Day for us. We don't have a live next Sunday when it is Canada Day weekend, so we're celebrating a little early.
Yeah, so that's why we've got our Canada garb on, and I know it's still just over a week away till Canada Day, but like I said, it's going to be after Canada Day next time we see us. So today we're going to do something we did a couple years ago around Canada Day, which is a little bit of Canada/cruise/travel trivia.
Ooh.
So join us today, and we'll see how that looks for everybody. See how you do this time.
All right, we're back. And in case you don't know, we are Jill and Jerry, the Cruising Canucks. So this is our loyal companion, Bruno, that likes to make his appearances on most of our lives.
He's got his Canada garb on as well.
He is wearing a Canada Day sweater, and he has a little bandana if he gets too hot in his sweater. He likes wardrobe options.
So this is our Sunday Live. We do it every Sunday at 2 o'clock. And if you miss this live, then it also turns into a podcast on Monday mornings on Spotify and Apple Music and on YouTube as well. So, so that is that. And we are changing it up a little bit with our lives for this coming summer, with some travel plans, some family plans, and hopefully some boat time on our own boat.
Yes.
Well, I think we're gonna do lives every other week starting this week until we get through till the end of summer is the plan.
That's right.
So stay with us.
We know that you guys are busy and we're busy in the summer, and we want to make the most of our few nice summer weekends that we get here in Northern Canada.
For sure. So we're gonna give that a try. So that way you don't have to be stuck watching YouTube when you could be outside enjoying all this hot, humid weather. I know it's hot and humid for a lot of you. It's like really hot compared to where we are.
I'm seeing a lot of that in the comments already. A lot of people are having it, and it's just coming our way now, right? Just getting there today.
Last couple hours, the sun came out, the warm air started moving in, the humidity started coming in, the bugs got worse, I noticed outside. So I know a lot of places have been up near 40, which is like 110 Fahrenheit, something like that. But we're not quite that warm yet, but it's supposed to get that warm tomorrow. Not quite that warm, but in the 30s for us, in the Celsius world, not the Fahrenheit world. I think that's close to 100 in the Fahrenheit world, which is just across the river from us.
Oh my.
Oh, it's a lot of words about weather.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just let him start talking weather.
Oh, so I'm just looking and I realized that, so I didn't put anything in here about anything but trivia questions. The whole package.
The whole show is all trivia, so you have no other little stickers to go up. No
little stickers in there.
He was too busy having fun with the trivia. He wants to see how many questions I can get wrong, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of them wrong.
And there's going to be 18 questions. 18. So I wasn't sure how many to make. I was going for 20, but I didn't quite get there.
Oh, okay. You gave up?
For 18, I was tired.
Too much effort to go to 2 more.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Spinal Tap goes to 11. You don't even know that joke, do you?
No. I have no idea
I only
what you're
made it to 18.
To. What is it?
Spinal Tap.
What's the...
It's a movie. Their amplifiers go to 11. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Music?
If you don't, you have no idea
what I'm name of the movie?
Spinal Tap.
Oh, that's the name of the... I don't even know the name of the movie. So the trivia is starting off well already, everyone.
Luckily, the trivia is not about old movies that involve musical bands. Yes.
Okay. All right. Can we start saying hi to everybody, or you've got other stuff you need to say
maybe
first?
What we'll do first, so we'll cover kind of the housekeeping.
Oh.
Then we'll say hi, everybody, and then we'll blend that right into trivia time.
Him and his housekeeping. All right, let's do it.
So what do we usually have? We usually have What's New with the Cruising Canucks, and this past week we had 2 new videos come out. I believe I've got that right.
Did we have 2?
Oh, I'm losing track of the European videos. We had Portugal came out, both Porto and Lisbon, our first time actually in Porto itself.
Right.
Mrs. Canuck bought herself a new purse. And then in Lisbon, we poked around and we saw some sights and enjoyed the day there, walked some hills again like we did in Porto. So got our exercise for sure. But this coming week, we have our first ever stop in Cadiz, which is in Spain. And then later on in the week, heading to next weekend when we don't have the live, there'll be another video out, which I believe is us in Grenada, Malaga. I'm not sure. It's got a couple names. So we keep on booting our way across Europe like we did a month or 2 ago.
Butchering names all the way through it, unfortunately.
That's the way we do it, unfortunately.
Everyone.
So we don't have a question or comment of the week.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that. We don't even have a trivia question of the week because the whole show is going to be trivia eventually.
All right.
So that's really all the housekeeping. That was painless, right?
Okay.
And hopefully you're all having a drink to cheers Canada. So Cheers.
Cheers. Happy
Happy
early
birthday,
Canada Day.
Early birthday, Canada.
Yeah. There you go.
It's bad luck not to drink after you cheers.
Sorry. There we go.
What's in your drink? It's red.
Just some cranberry juice.
Oh, yeah?
There might be a little vodka in there, too.
Is first trivia question. What do you think's in this one?
Oh, yeah. How many people know what Mr. Canuck's drinking?
Here's a hint. Hint, 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 hint.
He had to bring the whole bottle to the show. One drink wasn't going to do it, apparently.
18 questions could take us 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay.
You literally printed out papers and for these? Oh, my. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking. He actually has paperwork.
This is all the trivia right here.
This is getting serious. Is there a prize? You look like you're serious. You should have had some sort of prize come up with.
I don't know. An empty bottle of Crown I can send your way at the end of all this.
An empty bottle of Crown. Yeah, no thanks.
No. What is that? There is a cognac that the bottle's worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. There is. Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
We're ready?
We're ready.
Rules are no Googling.
Oh, no Googling.
Not even you. And
trust me, I'm too slow to Google to get the answer.
I'm pretty sure I have the settings figured out on YouTube that there shouldn't be anything coming up like ads or anything that are going to cause us a time delay.
Oh, okay.
So I think everybody hopefully will be real time. So we'll give you a chance to answer the questions.
Okay.
And
so get ready, guys. Get your keyboards ready.
Do you have a pen over there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could keep scores. Who gets questions right? I guess everybody's.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Scorekeeping might be difficult.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Especially since we have to refill the drink soon.
Oh, all right.
Maybe now.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You talk for a while.
All right, I will talk for a little while, and not about
ice, square ones.
Oh, not about this trivia, but I will talk about all the latest news. That's a little bit of cruise news that a lot of people have been talking about, which is the change in the Carnival Rewards program.
Now you're going to upset me.
A lot of people have messaged us privately and asked. So many of you know that we've cruised with Carnival 23 times, and we are platinum with them. So now with the new changes, we will lose that reward thing. So, we've been cruising with Carnival for over 20 years. We stopped cruising with Carnival a few years ago because we felt like they were going in a direction in the cruising industry that didn't align with what we valued and loved about cruising. But we always sort of had it in the back of our mind that we would sort of, cruise with them if their location was right and all of this. But anyways, that has changed. And so I'm upset for all the loyal Carnival Platinum and Diamond members that have been cruising with them for 20 years, going on 1 or 2 cruises a year while you're working and, establishing that loyalty with the company. But I feel like we weren't shocked. We sort of saw the writing on the wall with this. And so anyways, I feel like, okay, we made the right choice a few years ago when we sort of broadened our horizons and started cruising with other cruise lines. But anyways, the Hadley Coles are saying you got a heavy pour.
There you go. After that depressing news.
That was my 30-second rant.
Cheers to Carnival to saying they're their most loyal guests.
We don't
care
anymore.
less about you at all.
We don't matter anymore.
Cheers, Carnival. Good business model right there.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing for sure. Anyways, all right, moving on to happier conversations.
Hope we don't get banned from Carnival.
Well, we might.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
First question. If you just joined us, then we are ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, silence. Okay, I got the first question.
You got the questions.
Just a second, I had to put the questions on the screen. I had planned this out for months.
Oh, for months. It's falling apart. It's falling off. The wheels are falling off the wagon already. Is what I'm trying to say.
I had planned it for months, and I forgot to put question number 1 in. Oh, there it is at the bottom. and I did have other stuff.
You really would think that we were on a cruise right now with the all-inclusive package and have been drinking for days, but I promise he literally just had that one drink. Okay, go.
It's all out of order. It's going to make it more interesting today. The first question is on the screen.
All right.
Do you want to read it?
Sure. Which Atlantic Canadian city launched this season for 2025 with the expedition ship Le Commerce? Oh, yeah, that's why you gave it to me to read, because you knew I wouldn't be able to pronounce the words. What is it?
Le Commandant.
Yeah, what's the last word?
That's what I just said, the last
this
word.
One.
Oh, Charcot.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we've got a lot of answers coming in. People are saying Quebec City. I see Quebec City. I see St. John with a few.
St. John, Quebec City. And
So I guess we should tell you there's multiple choice. So
yeah.
A is Quebec City, B is Corner Brook, C is Sydney, and D is St. John. So, we have a lot of people going here.
Well, you know what's interesting?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I see anybody with the right answer yet.
Serious?
Yeah.
Well, nobody said Corner Brook, so is Corner Brook the right answer then?
I don't know. On the back of every question is the answer.
Oh, okay. Are you going to reveal the answer?
I wonder if people can see it on your
see, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I see the Hadley Cole said Corner Brook. So there you go. I'm going to go with Corner Brook just because you gave me a hint. Do I get to reveal it?
I have to scroll.
Oh, yeah, they probably did see it. It's right here. I can see it right here, guys. Can you see that? It is. The answer is Corner Brook.
They probably can't see it up there.
Can't see that?
No, they're too far away. They're all the way in the internet somewhere.
Corner Brook was the answer. Cruise Life TV had it. The Hadley Coles had it. There you go. And Sherry's saying she's never heard of Corner Brook.
See, what I thought was interesting when I saw Corner Brook, because, it was kind of the unexpected answer, because I can't imagine a lot of cruise ships leave from Corner Brook.
Yeah.
Very few go there in the first place.
Corner Brook is in Newfoundland, if you don't know, and it is on the west coast of Newfoundland.
It is closest to the place in Newfoundland where there's a port where you were born.
It is. Yeah. It's around a couple hours from where I was born. Hour drive.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll retire there soon. We'll be able to go to Corner Brook and go on that cruise.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Never heard of any of those places.
Ooh, you can't be from Canada then.
Quebec City's in Quebec. Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Sydney is
Nova Scotia.
And St. John
is New Brunswick.
All Canada spots.
Mm-hmm. East or Atlantic Canada.
Okay, let me see if I find the second one. See if I made myself this easier. Okay.
All right, let's move it on to number 2.
Here we go. Question number 2.
Name 2 ports on Lake Superior used by cruise ships.
Now we have a list here. Let me see how many are on the secret list. 2.
I can get this one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 here for sure that are on Lake Superior that cruise ships go to. Some of them are Viking. Some are some smaller ships.
2 ports on Lake Superior. I was just okay. So Lake Superior is north of where we live. We are on Lake Huron. If you guys were wondering where we live,
almost
on
Lake
the Great
Superior.
Lakes, but we're almost
where
on
I
Lake
work
Superior
is almost Lake Superior, so it's that close
because the locks are there. So would you consider, because of Sault Ste. Marie's location, would you consider that one then? Because it's kind of the meeting point of Lake Huron and Lake Superior.
I did consider one, even though technically it's on the St. Mary's River, but it's right adjacent to Lake Superior.
Right. So we're hearing Thunder Bay.
That's a good one.
And we're hearing Duluth.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Those are the 2 that are showing up right now.
I see one called Two Harbors.
Two Harbors.
That could be. That rings a bell, but I didn't see it in my searches for upcoming itineraries. Thunder Bay is there.
Paul and Carol are saying they have no idea.
That's because they won't come to our house.
It's too expensive to get to where we live.
We could show them all these ports. No, we couldn't.
Patrick and Marietta said Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Well, we could, but there'd be a long drive.
It'd be like
Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Marie.
If you had to stop and stay overnight every 3 hours of driving, it would be like a 40-day trip. But if you drove like normal people...
Here we go. Duluth. Yeah, Duluth and Sault Ste. Marie, for sure. Do you have a few others that are there? You want to give answers?
Sure.
So some of the other options?
Let me show them up and you read them.
Okay. Silver... where's that?
It's up by, you didn't read them out.
No, sorry, you can read them out.
Thunder Bay, Duluth, I think we had those 2. Sault Ste. Marie we definitely had. Mm-hmm. Marquette is another one, which is on the north shore of the upper peninsula of Michigan. And Silver Islet, which is near Thunder Bay. It's kind of northern Lake Superior.
Okay.
I think they use that to go to the Sleeping Giant Island, I think it's called. There you go. Those were 2 of the tougher ones. It does get easier.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I might have had an advantage there just because of geographical location of where we live.
Because you live near there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would have said give me 5 cruise ports around the UK.
Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, the UK, I don't know if I could give you 5. Southampton, Dover, Liverpool, There, I got 3 off the top of my head.
I see that Alan watches a channel that shows the Duluth shipping arrivals.
Oh, wow.
Viking is quite, and Viking actually goes right by my office building. I'm at work. I can look at the windows and watch the Viking ship go by. It teases me because I know it's there. I know it's a cruise ship, but I know I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you ever cruise Viking through the Great Lakes and you stop at Sault Ste. Marie, you'll just have to walk across the street and
come see me
and visit Jerry at work.
Sherry's friends didn't even come see me.
Friends were on the Viking cruise and they loved it. Nice.
Yeah. It'd be really weird to us, though. Like, I can understand why people that live in the UK think like a British Isles cruise isn't that all exciting. Because, like, for us to do a Great Lakes cruise, really, we can kind of drive and have seen many of the spots as well. So it's kind of weird.
It is expensive, though, Sherry's saying. And love to travel, saying the same thing, way too expensive. Yeah, we agree. Yeah.
Okay.
We've looked at the prices and our jaws have sort of dropped.
This one, you got a 50-50 chance.
Okay. Is it true or false?
It's a true or false.
All right,
one.
I'll read it. True or false? River cruises are growing faster than ocean cruises for Canadian cruisers.
Ooh. So in the world of new cruise business,
river cruises are growing faster.
Which one's growing faster? They're both growing because cruise industry is growing, but which one is growing faster for Canadians specifically? Do you think more Canadians are looking into river cruises or ocean cruises?
Oh, so like what we would travel on, not like what industry is coming into Canada, but what we would pay our money to go on.
We would go and travel on, yes. Yeah. So we got a whole bunch of answers here.
Oh, yeah, it's almost 50-50.
A lot of people saying false. Nobody's saying anything other than true or false.
River cruises are going faster than ocean cruisers for Canadian cruisers. I really don't know, but I'm going to lean towards true because I don't know that you would have thought of the question otherwise. So that's why I'm coming up with it.
You can't read into my brain for the questions.
I have to use every advantage I have, and being married to this man for 25 years should give me some advantages, right?
Let me just say that I was shocked at this answer.
Oh, okay. And so I'm going to say true.
The answer is, it's on the back of your screen.
True. The answer is true. Yeah, because I would have thought false, but I thought there was a reason why he was giving me the question.
Like I'm sure ocean cruises for Canadians are growing. Like more and more people are cruising, but the proportion that are growing towards river cruises is growing too. I think that's probably why you see Celebrity adding 20 more ships in the next several years. Why you see the whole cruise industry, the river cruise industry in Europe, really ballooning. So
someone says, "Love to travel." Saying, "I love the mind reading, Jill."
Don't encourage it.
Come on, it's our best strategy I have as a wife. Okay. I can read his mind.
She thinks she can read my mind.
It's usually pretty easy.
And what do we got here for question 4? Okay, here you got question 4. It's multiple choice.
Which dessert might you find on a Canada Day cruise menu? Tiramisu, Nanaimo bar, baklava, or poutine? Ooh, I think I know this one.
You should get this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not sure.
You've given everybody the options.
I'm not sure if Carol would get it. Paul and Carol.
Oh, really?
Sherry says poutine. Nanaimo bars is Natalie. We got a bunch of Nanaimo bars. Patrick, Mariette, Jillian, Tammy, Gates, Sheila.
Everybody's saying the Nanaimo bars. That one was easy.
Is it easy?
Yeah.
I was waiting to see Paul and Carol's answer. I didn't know if they would have got it or not.
Oh, Nanaimo bars is the answer for sure. That is a Canadian dessert.
Why is it not poutine?
Poutine is not a dessert. It's French fries, gravy, and cheese curds.
You could have it as a dessert.
Oh, well, I guess.
I kind of had it as a dessert.
Oh, so Carol and Paul are asking you, what is a Nanaimo bar? Do you want to describe what it is?
Oh, it's deliciousness with different other layers of deliciousness on top. So
there you go.
I don't even know what's in it, to tell you the truth. There's like some kind of like crumbly crust at the bottom, but it's moist. And then it's got like this white stuff in the middle that's delicious. And then it's got hard chocolate on the top. And I know that it's not a very good description, but that's what it is.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
I'm sure somebody will have a much more intelligent answer in the comment section that'll trump that one. Mm-hmm. But
yes, it is a base within it.
It's a square. Or a rectangle, but it's a type of a dessert square.
It has melted chocolate on the top that is hardened, but then there's a cream filling that has condensed sugar, condensed milk in it, and a whole bunch of
I should have had a picture I could show. I should have had one to eat.
You should have had one to eat. Is what you should have done. Yeah, you'll have to try one. We'll have to get one to you, Carol.
Yeah. When you come to our place to see the Great Lakes and Lake Superior, then we'll give you an Nanaimo bar. Or if you go back to Alaska again, you're really close to Nanaimo, BC, which
That's where it came from. That's where the name comes from. It's a BC originated dessert. Yeah.
There you go.
Moist, crumbly stuff with white stuff and chocolate on top. Got it. There you go, Jerry. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? Actually, Jerry loves them, and a lot of people do. They're very popular. For me, they're too sweet. They're not my thing, but I think I've made them once in all the years we've been married, and then I buy them for him every now and then, a little batch, because when you make them, the recipe is in a great big huge square, and you're eating them forever.
Something interesting, Natalie just said that in London, I'm guessing at Canada House, they must celebrate Canada Day, and I wonder if they have, she's saying maybe see if there's Nanaimo bars there. You might be able to find butter tarts and poutine and all kinds of good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So Britain at LV says that they're similar to the English version is a millionaire's shortbread.
That sounds good. Mm-hmm. Millionaire's shortbread.
That sounds good. Does it come with money?
Maybe it costs a lot of money to get it.
Okay. Question number 5.
Number 5
is
which Canadian cruise port operates year-round with icebreaker support? Which Canadian cruise port?
Mm-hmm. This one takes a little bit of thinking.
Ooh, there's a few options in my head.
Yeah, what are your options in your head?
Well, I think St. John's, Newfoundland comes through to me. But that's generally not a starting cruise point.
No.
So maybe Vancouver's an option in there. Montreal sounds like a good option to me. Oh, St. John, New Brunswick's also an option. There's a lot of options for this one. Did you give me A, B, C, or D?
No, I just gave you the question.
I'm getting Quebec City, Montreal, Churchill.
And I think that the key, I think, to the question is year-round, because there's a lot of Canadian ports that would need an icebreaker if they were to have a cruise ship go in the winter, but they don't have cruise ships going in the winter. There is one
cruise port.
There is one that it tries to operate year-round with some smaller cruise ships.
I'm going to go with Vancouver. I don't know.
I'm going to give you a hint. Don't look at it.
Okay, I haven't looked.
I'll give you a hint that we will actually be cruising out of this port during a chilly time of year. I hope we don't need an icebreaker, but...
So I see a lot of people saying Montreal and Halifax here, and Quebec City. So with your hint, I'm going to go with Montreal.
Let's see. Let me see what the button says. And the answer is...
Montreal.
It's Montreal.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that without that hint.
So Quebec City might seem like it should be there too then, because it's right down the road from Montreal. But Quebec City's port actually stays ice-free because it's got more salt out in the St. Lawrence, whereas Montreal is farther down the river. It freezes easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why.
There we go.
There you go. But hopefully
learning something.
We're going to be able to cruise out of Montreal later this year. We haven't announced the exact details, but we can't wait to tell you. We're super excited. But that's coming soon, later this summer. Fall, we're going to announce all the details on this one, but we are going to be going to Montreal in a cool time of year, so it should be hopefully not applicable, but...
I might have to pack a winter coat to go on a cruise.
Oh.
Rough life.
Oh, I got another tricky one for you. Let's see. You might have a chance at this one.
Okay.
I'm expecting someone even not Canadian could get this answer.
All right, let me see. What's the largest cruise ship ever to dock in Halifax?
What is the largest cruise ship to ever dock in Halifax?
Like just one time?
Just one time? I don't know how many times, but it's definitely been there once.
It's not on a regular run.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. The largest cruise ship to ever dock in Halifax. I'm going to go with the Queen Mary 2.
You think so?
I know. That's just a guess. It could be, one of Royal Caribbean's mega ships for all I know. But I'm going to go with Cunard, Queen Mary 2.
Sherry's going QM2. Paul and Carol are saying Symphony of the Seas.
Oh.
The Brit in Las Vegas is saying Oasis of the Seas. Anthem of the Seas.
Oasis of the Seas.
Now has 2 votes. The Regal Princess Gate says in there.
Queen Mary.
Queen Mary.
Oasis. Yeah, I'm sticking with my Queen Mary 2, but I could be wrong.
Are you?
I don't know. It's just a guess.
Are you?
You're going to let me look?
Let me put the answer up.
Oh, I am wrong. I'm wrong. Whoever said it, let me see who said it. Oh, the Brit in LV is.
And Natalie said it.
Correct.
And Love to Travel
Correct.
said it.
Yeah.
And Scott said it.
Oh, Oasis of the Sea.
Oasis of the Sea, largest ship to ever dock in Halifax.
That was sort of my second guess, but definitely wasn't my first. There you go.
Okay. This one you may have to do some thinking for.
Oh, okay.
It's a true or false.
True or false? True or false? Most Canadian ports require tendering from the ship. I'm going.
So think of all the Canadian ports and think which ones are tender ports and try to figure out, does that mean most of them are or most of them aren't?
I will say.
And I'm getting
false.
2 falses up so far.
I'm going with false too. I don't believe most of them are tendering.
Love to Travel says 2. We got a whole whack of falses.
Mm-hmm. False. Everybody's saying false.
Was this one too easy?
Oh, this one was easy. We all got it right. False is the correct answer. All right.
Okay. Question number 8 is coming up next. And you want to read this one?
Which Canadian province is a cruise destination known for its chalk cliffs and puffin sightings? Which Canadian province is a cruise destination known for its chalk cliffs and puffin sightings? So I'm going to go with Newfoundland for that myself.
I would argue that the chalk description of the cliffs may be inaccurate from a geological standpoint. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You're going with Newfoundland?
I'm going with Newfoundland.
I see Labrador, Newfoundland.
Yeah. Everybody's going with that. Oh, Nunavut. Terry's saying, wow.
No one's saying Dover?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what threw me with that. I kept thinking chalk cliffs. That reminds me of Dover.
That's what I think. Yeah.
But is it Newfoundland? Oh, yes. The answer is Newfoundland.
That's 2 answers we've had today that are both Newfoundland. Must be a Newfoundland theme.
He's been talking a lot about Newfoundland lately, everyone.
Retiring there, traveling there. Yeah, it's not getting a lot of uptake. Hopefully your relatives are watching this live and they encourage you.
Not the traveling part, the retirement part. He's really pushing that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty hard when you got a whole lot of grandbabies where you live. Just saying.
Okay, let's see this one. If you get this one.
What is the second most popular cruise destination for Canadians? The second, so not the first. Going to say the first would be the Caribbean because we all want to get to the heat.
Yeah. What would be the second?
I'm torn between Mediterranean and Alaska. A lot of Canadians love going to Alaska. I'm going to go with the Mediterranean just on my own preference.
I'm
guessing
we got Europe and Alaska. Don't look already. You go fast to the answers.
Oh, okay.
Everybody answer first.
Alaska, Mediterranean. So yeah, people are divided along with me too. More people are saying Alaska though.
Paul and Carol said Europe. Wonder if they're biased.
Yeah.
They're saying Europe though. I wonder if Europe means Mediterranean or Northern Europe or all of Europe.
Yeah, there's so much.
Gates is saying Canada, New England. There you go. That one threw a little bit of wrench.
Oh yeah.
With how popular are Canada group cruises on the Volendam, you would think that Gates might be onto something with because we couldn't believe how fast people wanted to book.
Gates might have an insight because he was a travel agent for many years.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So
we
he might
Europe,
have a little backstory.
So we seem to have 3. We've got Europe, we've got the Eastern Seaboard, and we've got Alaska. Seem to be the 3 ones. Yeah. I think Alaska had more votes though.
All right.
Choose the answer.
Oh, and the answer is Mediterranean. There you go.
I would suspect, though, that we might see that change in the next year or two. This was based on, I'm not sure when, like data the last couple of years. But I wouldn't be surprised with how many new ships and how many more ships are in Canada? Alaska.
Oh,
Alaska. I think you might see that. I think it's only because there's way more ship or cruise traffic in Europe right now. More Canadians can get there. There's more options. But Alaska is definitely filling that void.
But the other thing that's happening a lot more too is like it used to be very hard to find a cruise ship that would be cruising out of Montreal and going to all the Atlantic provinces and cruising in Canada with a little bit of New England in it and that sort of thing. And that's become more and more popular over the last couple of years too. So
yeah. And it's funny because like in our debate about last minute cruises and stuff, we looked at different options and we considered going to Alaska, for example, as one of our last minute options. Mm-hmm. But for us to fly there, it's pretty close to 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever thinks of going and just spending a week in Europe and catching a cruise like they would in Alaska if you're from North America.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not a heck of a lot
It's only
farther.
around an hour difference on the flight.
So,
And Sherry just said here, it's so expensive to fly to Europe. From Canada, us personally, flying to Vancouver is more expensive than to fly to London, England.
depends on the flight, but yeah, it's close.
So flying to Europe is really not much more than if we were to fly within Canada, depending on where you're going in Canada.
Now we can cheat. We can jump south of the border and we can get more affordable flights out of the U.S. if we're going to U.S. destinations like Seattle, for example, to go to the West Coast.
But flying within Canada is more expensive than I think most people realize if you're not Canadian.
Yeah, and flying to Europe is, there's pricey times, but there is some deals out there too if you watch. Depends how you like to fly.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 10 is a true and false.
More Canadians vacation in Europe than in Asia. Ooh.
Number of Canadians cruising in Asia versus Europe. Which number do you think is higher?
Vacation, it says.
Sorry, vacation. Yeah, this
cruise.
this is not cruise specific. This is vacation. That's right.
I'm going to say true. More Canadians vacation in Europe than in Asia.
I see a bunch of trues. I see a false. I see a couple falses.
I think it could be really close because we have a very large Asian population
and
in
it's
Canada,
growing. And Western Canada
you know,
has a lot of Asian traffic that goes back and forth across the Pacific.
So I don't know that it would be a huge difference. I feel like I should say it's both. It's 50-50. But I'm going to go with Europe, but it probably will change if it hasn't already.
And the answer is?
The answer is true.
Some more go to Europe still than go to Asia, but I think we might see that change over the years. We're seeing a change in where people are cruising, basically. More Alaska, but definitely more Asia. I think not a day or two goes by on our channel where we see a comment or a question from people about cruising in Asia.
Yes.
So it's become a very popular question.
Has, yeah, for sure.
Yep. And some people like Paul and Carol, they pretty well live there in the wintertime. We've never been there. We are interested.
Yeah, very.
Here we go. This one might be a tricky one. Number 11.
Number 11. Canadians prefer guided tours over independent travel. Canadians.
Do we as Canadians like to book the organized shore excursions with the cruise lines? Or do we want to go out there and explore it on our own? What do you think? Most Canadians, which side do you think they land on?
I have no idea.
We're Canadian.
Know my own personal choice. I know, but so as he asked me this question, here's my thought process. I'm like, I much prefer to do things on my own. Yet I know that we have a family member who has been on as many cruises as us. And they always book with the cruises. So I don't know. But I think for me, Canadians prefer guided tours over independent travel. I'm going to say false. I think most Canadians are a little more adventurous.
You think so?
I hope. I don't know.
Don't look at it.
I'm going to say false.
I've seen we probably had 24, if not more answers come in. And it's been almost 50-50, true and false.
Oh, yeah. False.
Bunch of trues, bunch of falses.
Yeah. False, true.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see the answer.
What do Canadians prefer?
Let's see. The answer is false. 10. The trend is shifting to independent travel. You have written here.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
I thought that.
So in other words, reading between the falses and the trues, most Canadians prefer independent travel. Yep, is the answer. Yep. And it's trending more and more towards independent travel is what also is the trend and away from excursions, which is probably why you're seeing cruise lines offering things like we will match the price of any same excursion that's offered by a private company, that type of stuff.
So when you're saying independent travel, do you think that is like booking with a third party company and doing a tour through them, or just going out on your own?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask the questions of the cruisers to find out, but I wondered the same thing. Does it mean
that's where my head goes? Like, does it mean it's one thing to book with shore excursions and you're not booking through Princess or whatever cruise line you're with, but it's another thing to actually, get off the ship, grab your phone, use Google Maps,
get on a train, book your own,
talk to somebody and pay for a private taxi tour or something while you're at the port. I don't know. That would be interesting to know how many people are willing to do that, or, the one step removed of another organized company.
Okay. If you're an accountant, you can't answer this question.
Oh, true or false? With such long winters, the Canadian government provides tax rebates for cruise-related travel. God, I wish that was true. That's false. Come on, guys.
What? What do you mean? You don't do your taxes. You don't even know.
do our taxes. But I'm sure I would know.
I might have been writing this off for years.
Come on, Patrick and Marietta, back me up on this one. I need your help right now. False. Carol's laugh saying false. Patrick and Marietta, thank you. False. Yeah. Look, Gus Teresa laughing out loud. Yeah.
Maybe we need to elect a government that believes this is a good policy.
Yes. There was a while back there, a few years ago, when Stephen Harper was prime minister, that Canada was looking at buying
I think it was
Cayman Islands.
No, I think it was Grand Turk.
Oh, Grand Turk. Yeah. One of those islands. I'm like, oh my gosh, if the government ever does anything to get Canadians happy, do that. Buy a place where we know there's sun year round. False. Everybody's laughing. You wish, though. Yeah, I agree with you. I wish, though, too.
There you go. Scott is saying Ontario is giving $500 per family. True.
Yeah, I wish. That would be nice.
I didn't put the official answer up.
Oh, yeah, the answer's false, in case anybody was doubting it. It was Kirk. Okay, thank you.
Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Posse for travel insurance. There you go. Gates has a good idea there. Maybe our government-funded healthcare could include travel as well. It's not just local healthcare.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that one was
a funny one. I'm glad you put a few comical ones in there.
Too easy, was it? That was a serious one.
Yeah, serious.
Next one is multiple choice. This will be interesting to see what people think this one is.
Okay.
There you go.
Which cruise line has the largest market share among Canadian cruisers? Holland America, Princess, Norwegian, Celebrity.
So there you go. Which cruise line has the most Canadians that travel?
So not Corporation. Carnival Corporation is out of there because we have two different Carnival Corporation ones in there with Holland America and Princess, Norwegian, and Celebrity. Ooh, I don't know.
Holland, Princess,
really don't.
Norwegian, or Celebrity.
I'm seeing a few people saying Princess. A few people are saying Holland America.
Hal and Princess.
Hal and Princess keeps coming back and forth. Princesses, Patrick and Marietta's.
It's a fight back and forth between Holland and Princess. Nobody wants to go Norwegian or Celebrity so far.
I know.
There's Susan. She's going Celebrity.
Yeah.
And Josh from Kirky's going A, which is...
I was thinking Princess. That was my first response, but...
Gates is saying Norwegian. He's willing to go Norwegian.
I was going to say, my second guess was NCL. Canadians like that all-inclusive sort of thing because we're used to doing all-inclusive
in the Caribbean.
Resorts in the Caribbean and that sort of thing. So all-inclusive cruising, when that first came about, mainly first, in my opinion, was with Norwegian. Then a lot of people jumped on board with that. I'm going to go with Princess, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong.
Okay, the answer is...
Princess Cruises.
Princess is the answer.
There you go.
There you go. Canadians prefer Princess. I'm not sure who was second, third, and fourth, but Princess was number one amongst Canadians.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go.
I wonder if that changes depending on where in the world you travel. If they go to Europe, do they use a different cruise line, I wonder? Or do they still stay on Princess? You know, you have to ask Gates.
I know, you build up all those loyalty points to get them taken away.
Take them away. Yep, exactly. I will never have another Guy's Burger the rest of my life, probably.
Oh,
that's sad.
Well, he actually has land restaurants, does he not? You can go somewhere in the U.S. and find a Guy's Burger. Answer me that, guys, if you know. Does Guy Ferrari, is that his last name? I'm butchering another name. He does have restaurants, doesn't he?
He's got one in Las Vegas.
I was going to say, I think Vegas there's one, but is there one a little less? Yeah. Anyways, okay, move on to your next one. Thank you, Anna. Ferrari. Yeah.
And question 14.
All right, question 14. What cruise feature do Canadians passengers rate most highly? Is it entertainment, food and dining, excursion, or cabin quality?
Which one of these four is most important to Canadians? So entertainment, food and dining, excursions, or cabin quality?
I think between the two of us, we'd have two different answers on this.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I don't know. So entertainment is A, B is food and dining, C is excursions, D is cabin quality. I've seen a lot of A's and B's.
I only see one A, two A's,
a couple A's,
bunch of B's, bunch of C's.
So I'm sure if Mr. Canuck was answering, he would say B.
You think so?
I think you would say B for
Well,
food. Is that true?
What would you say?
I would say C. A, entertainment. Sorry.
We already know Canadians don't really like doing the excursions,
Yeah.
so C's probably out.
But I think probably B is the popular answer. But for me, I think the entertainment is bigger for me. For sure.
Bigger for you? Not cabin quality? You just came off for a newly beautiful inside cabin that you loved on Norwegian?
I love the cabin that we just got off of on Norwegian on the Pearl. The renovated cabin was absolutely gorgeous. But, we've stayed in some not great cabins. I think back to the Discovery, Morella. Was it the Discovery? Morella Discovery. That was probably the oldest cabin we'd ever been in. But we had the most fun on that cruise ship. And that was because the entertainment was the best that I've had on cruises in forever.
Morella should teach other cruise lines how to do
entertainment
for sure.
Yeah. So anyways, let's see what the answer is.
Answer is food and dining.
Food and dining.
B.
Yeah.
Canadians love their food and dining.
The Brit in LV, which is Las Vegas, says confirms there are 5 guys restaurants there. There you go.
Oh. Okay, this next one, I'll be interested to see what you think of this one.
All right.
Question 15, we're getting close. We only got a few left here.
Okay.
True or false?
Canadian cruise passengers prefer balcony cabins over interiors.
There we go.
I mean, when it comes to preference, I think we all would prefer a balcony over an interior, but then it comes to the reality and what our budget is and our
Well, I think the intent of the question is which ones do they book the most?
Oh, okay. Which ones do they book the most? Probably balcony. True.
You think true? They prefer the balcony?
I think we're in Canada, you're inside so much in the winters and cooped up, and the most spots that we cruise to is the Caribbean, where you want the hot, fresh air. What?
I'm just thinking that what you're saying is all the people that are in like Florida or warmer climates, they're all the ones in the interior cabins because they couldn't care less about the nice weather outside.
Well, I think they take it a little more for granted than what we do. They don't deal with the 5 feet of snow that I deal with every winter.
Those poor people from San Antonio, Texas, watching right now.
Yeah.
They're probably not saying, "Yeah, we want to go out and inside because we had enough of the nice weather."
Yeah.
The answer is
true. The answer is true.
You're doing pretty good today with the trivia.
Oh, there you go.
What happened?
Well, must have been having the drink to go with it. I must have to play trivia with the drink. Usually I don't have a drink when he's asking me trivia.
Okay. Here's a tough one for you. Number 16 is multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Here it comes. After the U.S., which country sends the most tourists to Canada? Is it A, United Kingdom, B, France, C, Mexico, or D, India?
Which one of those countries has the most tourists that come into Canada after the United States? Because U.S. is number 1 because we're so close. But after the U.S., is it the U.K., France, Mexico, or India?
I'm seeing UK. I'm seeing France coming up. People are saying India.
What do you think?
My first response was the UK, but I'm torn a little bit with France too, because I think we do get quite a few French tourists coming to mainly Quebec.
I honestly have never met a French tourist in Canada.
Oh, well, I've heard a lot about it.
I guess because I'm not in Quebec to see this.
That's right. I'm going to go with United Kingdom, though. That's going to be my final answer.
Let me see, just a second.
We're getting a whole bunch here.
A whole bunch of France too that you could convince people. I think.
Oh, and the answer is United Kingdom.
There you go. And you know what, United Kingdom people? We don't charge you to come into Canada.
That's right. We got charged to go to England.
Yes, what's going on there?
What is that about?
Someone's got to talk to that government.
Talk to the king. We are a part of the monarch. He just came here. We didn't charge him to come to Canada a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. King Charles and Camilla did not have to pay to come here. In any way, shape, or form. In fact, we might have gave them stuff for coming. And question number 17. We got 2 left here. Where is number 17? Okay. Let's see. This one's going to get people all riled up now. Which group spends more per trip when they come to Canada? Americans when they come, so they're our number 1 visitors, or do the visitors not from the U.S. spend more when they come for a vacation?
Overseas visitors spend more than U.S. I'm going to say overseas visitors spend more when they come. than U.S.
Yeah, you don't think that the U.S. people spend lots of money when they come to
Well,
Canada?
I think a lot of our U.S. tourism are people that are driving their own vehicles, and therefore that saves them money because they have
But-
their own vehicle. They're not renting vehicles.
But then-
a lot of them are here long term because they have cottages here, stuff like that.
But maybe the U.S. people come over since they didn't have to fly here. That they were high rollers. They spent more on hotels and meals.
I'm going to go with overseas. That's my final
We've got
answer.
lots of U.S.
I've
so we've got
got
lots
U.S. and overseas, almost 50-50 coming up on the board here with people. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
But I'm going to stick with overseas.
Okay, I have got the answer, and I've also got how much each one spends.
Oh, wow.
So you can see.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm right again. Overseas visitors, $2,053 versus $760 for the Americans. Well,
Now,
see?
part of that could be skewed because when people come from overseas, they spend longer time here than U.S. that comes over sometimes for 3 days at a time,
Right.
sometimes a week, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas overseas might come for a couple weeks at a time, so that might be skewed, but still, it's almost 3 times as much.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
I'm not surprised by that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Excellent.
All those people from
So,
the UK coming over.
UK, keep coming. We won't charge you the $15 to
you're
get in the
spending
country.
so much.
You spend enough money when you're
But we're
here.
going to now put a surcharge on US people coming. Is that what you're saying? We cover it all here. And your last question, just a basic geography question for you.
All right.
Multiple choice.
Which popular cruise port is home to the historical
El Morro Fortress.
Cozumel, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Barcelona, or Cabo San Lucas?
Cozumel,
El Morro.
San Juan, Barcelona,
El
or
Morro.
Cabo. Where have you have been to El Morro Fortress? Which city was it in?
Yeah, I think I know the answer to this, but I will not say I'm 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure you want me to say my answer or let people answer first?
Well, you can try. Don't look at the answer.
I'm not looking. I believe it's in San Juan.
I'm watching
Am I
everybody's
right?
answer come up. Everybody, you got San Juan, San Juan, San Juan, San Juan.
Yeah.
Gates is saying Puerto Rico, not San Juan. San Juan. Gates and Bugadoo. San Juan. I can't get everybody to take anything other than San Juan.
Say Gates said Puerto Rico. You're just being Nobody fell for that one.
No
There
one
we
fell
go.
for that one.
We all had it right.
Did you? You even checked the answer, have you? Let me click
Yeah,
the button.
I did. I checked the answer.
The button is the official answer.
Sorry, how do I get rid of this?
There it is. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I did there. Sorry, I clicked the screen.
I think you got
Fix
through it.
No,
No.
you
Now you got a different
he
thing.
clicked a different screen.
Now we got stuff going on. Now it's banning,
Oh, live. Here we
banning
go.
people.
No, it is not. All right.
Oh, there we go. So that is the end of the trivia.
Gates did 8 out of 18. Good job. Anybody else? If you kept score on yourself, let us know how well you did.
I had 18 out of 18.
The Brit in Las Vegas will be going there in November.
There is San Juan, I
San
assume,
Juan,
not
for
Canada.
Sure. Yvonne got 12 out of 18. Scott got 16. Carol and Paul 8 out of 18.
There we go.
I don't know
So,
what I got. You should have at least kept my score.
I think you had. I would guess you probably had 12.
Oh yeah.
I think you tied Yvonne. Yeah.
Glenn and Charlene are saying
Scott beat you at
7
13.
correct. There you go. Excellent job.
I got to finish drinking this bottle of Crown so I can send the empty bottle off to who so far? The Hadley Coles are getting the empty bottle so far.
14 for the Hadley Coles. Anna didn't keep score. Neither did I, Anna. I guess I should have.
Yes,
I even had a pen right here and everything. Should have been music trivia for Paul is what the Woods. Yeah, for sure. Paul and his music trivia.
We had that at the very beginning, the Spinal Tap reference that you missed.
Oh, yes. He would have got that.
He would have got that for sure.
He would have got that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Paul. I'm letting you down. Don't ask me the name of music or the author. I can probably sing you some of the lyrics of the songs, but I never know the titles of the songs or
how
who wrote
about
them or sang them.
you must know some titles. I'll give you an example. Name Neil Diamond's most popular song.
Oh, shut up. Seriously, this is what I live with, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Anybody want to come and hang out with Mr. Canuck for a few days?
Everybody does.
Yeah.
We'll all drink Crown Royal.
And listen to Neil Diamond on repeat for the weekend.
Oh.
Anyways.
Well, thank you everybody for joining. That was lots of fun. And
Yes.
it was great to see everybody's guesses and right answers.
Participation.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of fun as we get ready to prepare for this holiday weekend next week. And if you're Canadian and you're celebrating and you're traveling, be safe and have a wonderful time.
Yep, I
And,
believe next weekend is, if I got the numbers right, I think 158 years old.
Is that what it is?
There you go. Cheers,
you
Canada.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in from Canada, North America, and all across the world. It's lovely to see that we have people coming from different countries and joining in on a little bit of Canadian trivia, for sure.
For sure. And I don't think we actually played our jingle when we started the show today, did we?
I thought you did.
Did we? I don't know.
I thought he did.
If we didn't, then you get to hear it now. But anyways, have a good 2 weeks because we're going to be off for a week and then we're going to be back the week after that. So 2 weeks until we're back live. I know what we're going to talk about. I don't know. Carnival's loyalty program. Who knows?
No, we aren't.
We're not going to talk
We
about
already
that.
talked about that. It's done. There's nothing to be said.
See you later,
But
Carnival.
thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
Yes, a wonderful 2 weeks. Happy
Yes.
Canada Day to everybody. Happy U.S. Day. What's it called in the States? July 4th.
4th of July.
4th of July.
It'll be 4th of July before we come back and see
Happy
you.
whole year long for the UK people and the Scottish people, because I know you're a different part of the
Oh,
UK.
there you go.
Did we cover everybody?
I think we have some people from Germany on too.
There you go.
Netherlands.
And people from Saskatchewan, wherever that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's awful. I'm
It's in Canada.
sorry, Ron. Oh, Terry, he's awful. Oh,
Thanks, everybody. It's been lots of fun.
It
And
has.
We're going to call it there, and we're going to go see how hot and humid it is outside now and then start the next 2 weeks of relaxing. Bye, everybody.